Okay, welcome back. This is session two of our game of Midnight of the Century by Colin Lasur. My name is Donna. My pronouns are he, him. We're running this as part of the Open Hearth community. Um, that's it from me. Let's get intros from our players and their characters. Character keeper order, I guess, left to right.
Sh- Sure. My name is Lowell, pronouns he, him, and I am playing Michelangelo Michael de Acosta, the profiler character, who is returning after serious injury and has developed strange psychic flashes from the killer's point of view, and is trying to deal with that.
And I'm Mads, they, them pronouns, and I'm playing Natalie, she, her. I am playing the occultist, who obviously has a lot of experience with the uncanny. Pardon. And yeah, she is the consultant that the department uses. Well, actually, like, since we're associated with Oroboro, like, she does more of the paranormal type stuff with the organization. And even though she feels like she's making it up as she goes along, like fake it till you make it, I mean, stuff still comes true and it's a bit freaky. Um, and she's afraid of the time where she might delve into her powers even more and lose control doing so. And yeah, it's this case has been quite interesting so far.
Yeah. So when last we left you, you were kind of just really finishing up with your investigation in the Locan home, in the basement specifically. Um, I guess you had found some clues leading specifically to Nick and to Leah, posted with their phone numbers and a scrolled message about Carter's Burgers. Was there anything else you wanted to check before you check in this place before you move on?
I think we've got shots of everything. We can't really take much because we know we still got to let the police come.
Hmm. Yeah.
Uh, but we've done what we can, I think. Um, but I will kind of because I'm still uncertain about Natalie's skill set. I do say, is there anything else you need to do here?
Um. I mean, she's kind of like really digging on that whole Nick's name thing. I'm trying to see. Oh, what the hell, right? Let's see. We're not in dusk yet, right?
As soon as you step out, it's going to be dusk, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay. um, let's see. Like all the stuff is still out there, right? Like, the pictures, the stuff that we found in his desk drawers and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Um, I think I do want to see what I get from being in proximity to this stuff and like see what I get from Harold. Like if I get a fleeting vision, but like of the past, present, or future, to see if it gives us something else that I can go on.
Yeah, so we had given, if I'm recalling correctly, we'd given you a vision of the kind of maritime city on the precipice of destruction, right?
Let me see. Hold on. Distraction. I'm trying to see if I did. I'm not sure. reading my reading my notes is always a fun task in reading scribble. Um, because I talked with Nick. I talked with the victim, and that's how I found out about Nick. Trying to see text. Castle Burgers. Cool places. Phone number. Tolling of the bell. Tremor under feet. And then hearing another bell. Something about the ground underneath.
Yeah. So if you wanted to, you could kind of push harder on that to see something more.
Okay.
That is going to require a save, and I think, yeah, um,
Uh,
let's just make it a straightforward save. I don't think we need to make it more
two.
difficult than that.
Okay, two will, I think, to
Well,
do
yeah.
it. Okay. All right, so hold on. Bringing me down to 10. That's fine. Okay, and then. And I just roll the d20, right? There's no modifier to
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Okay. I want to get below 10. Oh, damn it. Okay. I forget what
And
happens.
so you're going to lose two more will for that failed
Okay.
save.
Sure.
And I think what you see is a hood being put over your head, and you feel a strong hand start to choke you from behind, and you just feel the tip of a knife kind of drag its way across this rough canvas bag that's over your head, and it lingers on your eyes. And this voice in your ear whispers, "Let's see what you can see now." And then you collapse to your knees.
I
Uh,
think, yeah, I think basically Michael will see her drop to her knees, clasping her throat, and like, her eyes are like tightly closed, and she is like, doing some choking sounds as well as like gasping, like, trying to gasp through them, like trying to get air in, even though there's no obstruction. There's nothing that seems to be like, like blocking her in any way. Not even her hands. Like her hands are just like kind of at her chest and her throat, but not like, like trying to choke herself out. And she's just, yeah, she's freaking out more than a
are,
little.
are you okay?
I think, I think that's the first time I saw something that's directly threatened me for trying to dig deeper. I didn't see who it was, but somebody was trying to essentially choke me out. I think they were going to blind me too. So,
And you think it was
I don't know.
you? You weren't seeing through someone else's eyes?
I don't know.
Okay, okay. Let's let's go outside,
Yeah.
get some fresh air, and let's go to this burger place because it is getting time to eat. Let's go
Yeah.
eat. We'll see what we can pick up with the vibe there, and we'll see where we need to head to next.
Okay.
I think maybe as Michael, helps Natalie up, you start to see something from the killer's eyes.
I
You
will not resist that.
okay? So that's gonna cost you two will to fuel, and you you get an impression of someone else, someone the killer is thinking of. You you feel yourself sitting in a car looking at um, someone's home, like maybe an apartment, and you are, looking at someone that maybe you thought you could trust, but now you know you have to kill.
I'm doing everything I can to see if I can, from the look of this place, can I tell what part of the city this might be, or anything that gives me any kind of crossroads or unique piece of architecture.
Yeah, I think you see something like, people walking by the street, not paying attention to you at all. They seem to be, carrying books, maybe wear like, very casual clothes. And then you see something that maybe identifies this block of apartments as like student accommodation. Um, maybe it's not maybe it's just a duplex house or something on campus or something like that.
Okay.
It's is
Uh,
there do you think that you know from your academic days would you have like taught or studied in one of the local universities?
Not necessarily, but as I established last time, my friend Marta Collier, my connection, teaches. So maybe if I have visited them on campus, maybe I know via that.
Hmm. I think it might be a situation you where if you describe it to her, she might be able to identify, which complex or which neighborhood of campus it would be.
Okay. Then I will say let's get to the car, and I will kind of hand you the keys.
Are you all right?
Uh,
I mean, even through her fog of like, like trying to shake off like her, the effects of her vision, it's like, she notices that maybe you trembled a little bit
I,
or
I
your hands are cold.
I had a moment of inspiration. Um,
Okay.
Hang on a second, and I will sit in the passenger seat, and I will pull out the big bulky cell phone. It is 1999. I mean, it is
Yeah,
a
yeah,
cell
yeah.
phone, but
The brick.
it's not like a brick, but it
Okay, I
is
was gonna
it's
say
still larger.
hefty.
And I will call Collier uh, and see if I can get a hold of her.
And it's a weekday. It's like, well, I guess it's just evening, right?
Yeah,
So I think it could be that you have to call her office, right? Maybe she's still there. Maybe you catch her just as like she seems rushed. Like maybe she walked back to pick up the phone as she was leaving the office or something like that.
Marta, I'm sorry to bug you. Do you have a minute? I won't keep you too long. If I just need to ask you something.
Oh, sure, Michelangelo. Yeah, I was meaning to call you actually. That's funny.
Uh, so we I, I'm on an investigation consulting, and I happened on some photos that look to me like an area of town that's close by one of the college spaces. Unfortunately, I couldn't they wouldn't release the photos to me, but I want to describe what I saw to you, and maybe you can tell me if you would recognize where this location would be, and I will do my level best to describe that to her.
Okay. Um, and she kind of asked a couple of questions like the vegetation, like are there trees and all these kind of stuff that maybe she doesn't think through. She doesn't know how you come by this images in your head, right?
Right.
Do you see color in your vision? So you think it's quite
Oh yeah,
the
absolutely. Because
fidelity is
I've
high?
got to see
Okay.
blood.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. um, well, that sounds a little bit like the Roebuck area. It's a lot of graduate students there, a few, junior staff members. It's, pretty nice
okay.
actually where the university district is concerned. I might have stayed there for a couple of semesters myself back as an undergrad.
Okay, that helps me a lot. I'll go in and take a look there and see if I can spot the location. Thank you so much.
Uh, well, stop by if you're in the neighborhood.
I will, if I'm in the neighborhood, I will absolutely do that.
Okay, okay. I gotta run. Sorry.
Yep. No, no, no.
Sorry,
I
Michelangelo.
called you
Okay.
out.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Uh, I'll kind of stop and I will say, I think he's in the Roebuck neighborhood right now. And I think he's hunting somebody else.
Shit.
If she's right about what she just told me and what I just saw,
She's already like turning on the starting up the car.
uh, let me call over to Oroboro
Okay.
and tell them.
All right.
Uh,
Do you know where the?
Now, unfortunately, we're about to go have to drive around a neighborhood.
Okay. All right. Just tell me once we're in the neighborhood if like something starts to look familiar.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
All right.
And while Natalie's driving, I will call our handler. Side characters. Will Butler.
Yeah. So remember, you're gonna you're gonna page him.
Oh,
You're gonna
that's
wait
right.
for him to get to a payphone or whatever and call you back, right?
That's right.
Um,
Uh.
so um, that might be inconvenient with your plans, right?
Well, we will
um,
absolutely give it a try.
yeah. So you leave a message. Like, do you think you have a code for yourself? 2000 is obviously the way Oroboro tell you to call in. Do you have something, some kind of digit numeric?
Oh gosh.
Uh,
Uh, let me think. Gosh. 1491, just because it's a significant date. Just
okay.
the there's that weird book that suggests that the Chinese discovered America that's called 1491 that was popular in the late 90s. I remember
Okay.
seeing it all the time on the history shelves in B. Dalton's and stuff.
Yeah.
So
B. Dalton's. That brings me back. Oh,
yeah.
sheesh.
And
It's
media
right over
play.
my head.
Yeah.
um,
God. Oh man.
so you are um, not doing the kind of Carter's Burgers. You're going straight to kind of campus and driving around this Roebuck neighborhood.
I mean,
Going to,
Michael had given like like a lot of urgency through
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's fine. I just want to make sure. Um,
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to go and follow up on this.
yeah, yeah.
sure. So yeah. So let me skip ahead. Exciting. No scenario or module survives contact with the players, right?
I
So yeah. like I said, I mean, this neighborhood is better than most. Most residents are graduate students or maybe junior staff. There's lush green neighborhood, lots of coffee shops, lots of people who look serious about their studies, right? maybe
Right.
fewer parties per capita than the rest of campus accommodation. Um, and it's evening. So I think this might. I wonder if because it's evening, right? You have this sense, this kind of ticking time bomb inside you that you could be too late, right? I don't think that it's dangerous, but I think it might be, and it's obviously it's not something. It's a bit of a long shot, right? Can I recognize the view from a parked car? Where all the houses kind of look the same, right?
Yeah.
Um, so I wonder if this is going to be a save. I think it is versus mind for sure. I think that
That
is.
seems reasonable. Both of us roll, one of us roll. How do you want to do this?
Um, I think I think it'll have to be Michael. I think
Yeah,
you're
because
the
you would be the
one
one
with
to
the
recognize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
exactly, yeah.
All right, let's put a D20 in the hopper. Hey, a six. I made it.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
Um, I think you might have this sense, or maybe tell me what it feels like when you're going around. Maybe it takes a couple of hours, and then you slide into this parking spot, which is exactly in your mind's eye. What does that feel like?
I think that is terrifying to me, but also secretly a relief that he isn't parked here, which means that he's already come and done what he's going to do. Because I don't say this to Natalie, but uh, Michael has no desire to confront a killer. He is terrified of this. He feels all those bullet wounds, and as much as he would like to save somebody's life, there is a bit of him that is going, I don't know if I can do that. And I say to Natalie, I think this is the place.
Did 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 Will call you back?
I
I
think
mean,
we need to wait for him to call us back because uh, this here is where I saw him looking from. So I think he's gone by this point.
you you saw? You saw something? Michael. Wait. And
Uh,
she actually like kind of sits back a little bit and like really like like shifts her weight so she can like face you, like turn to face you in her seat. Wait, you
I
you
really, I
you
really, really don't want to talk about this. Can we just accept for the moment that I've told you something that is utterly fucking impossible, and you're going to accept it for the
it's
moment?
not I
Literally, literally, I don't know if I can process the rest of this. This is not something that happened to me before. I
She
I
turns
was
back
in
to
a
the she turns back to
coma
me.
for a very long time. And when I came out of this, uh, I don't know. It isn't the dead zone. I'm not getting precognitive flashes, but something's something's fucked up in my head. And every once in a while, I have gotten flashes through what I think is the eyes of the killer.
And I thought what I see sometimes is bad.
Well, you described yourself being in a bad situation, so yeah, it is bad. I I would like us to wait until Will calls us back.
Does anybody else know?
Ouroboros has been briefed on the situation. I mean, my situation. Yes. But nobody else. You're the only other person I've told.
Okay. I mean, I get
Because
it.
who else would I fucking I
You think I parade around like I see stuff?
No, I
No.
don't. I
Well,
know you don't.
they think I'm a card reader. They think I'm a crystal seller. They think I'm oh, you know, there's that scarf wearing hippie. So, I mean, yeah, I get why you don't say anything. But, I mean,
let let's just walk the area a little.
all right.
I'm not gonna go in any place, but let's see, and if we see anything out of sorts, I'll take the phone
Did,
with me.
yeah. Did you, in your vision, did you
He
see,
was coming here to kill somebody.
but did you see anybody specific that gave you a
No, somebody that that the killer thought they trusted, and now they knew they had to kill,
shit?
which feels like an echo of our earlier killing.
Oh no. Who else knew?
Well, we got to find that woman.
Leah.
The last picture, yeah.
Shit. You're. It would be too much of a coincidence, but then again, we have to believe in coincidences at this point.
Let's
Just
let's
your friend
walk,
does.
maybe.
Yeah.
Let
Does your
me-
friend know anybody in this area?
Uh, I don't want to particularly call them again.
No, I know, but
Let's check the duplexes. Let's see if there are names on
okay,
boxes.
sure.
Just a quick check. There's a lot of foot traffic around here. It won't seem too odd.
Yeah. Then maybe there's I don't know, like phone books or something that would have
Yeah, we could,
labels
there's
on them.
certainly a payphone. We can
Yeah.
check that.
Yeah.
Uh, I will carefully open up the glove compartment and I will take out a handgun, and I will put the handgun in my holster, and I will say, "All right, let's go."
And she'll kind of like she's kind of wearing like a jean jacket of sorts, and then like she'll kind of like jingle like her stack of bracelets or whatever, but she'll show you like one sleeve down a little bit, and she shows you that there's a strap, a leather strap, and attached to the leather strap there's a Kubaton.
Oh,
Like, and she'll slip that like in her sleeve,
okay then.
just
I
just
will
in
I will
case.
nod respectfully.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, so I think you're walking around the neighborhood. Again, it's getting dark. There's still like people out. It's pretty well lit. I think again walking around for maybe half an hour before you get a call from Bradley, um, who has got the uh, autopsy results. Is that something you want to like talk about and ask questions on your phone, or is that something you would
I,
prefer to do in person in the morning, or what do you think?
I mean,
I look at Natalie.
I,
It's Bradley. What do we hold off and talk to her in the morning, or
I, I kind of want to know what she found out.
I'll hand you the phone,
Okay,
Natalie.
yeah. I
I'm
mean,
gonna kind of take a look around. I'm now actually kind of paranoid.
yeah.
And while Natalie's on the phone, I am watching for anybody watching us or
Right, right,
or
right,
or or coming over to stab me or anything of that sort
right.
in that vicinity.
Like we
Yeah,
like because we kind of back away, like like so our like Natalie's back is to a wall, and then like kind of like in a recess or like a small alleyway or whatever, like by the buildings and everything, but still able to see what's around us
yeah.
while she's on the phone.
And I think for sure, like your defensive posture gets more attention, right? Than you just like out and about. And
Well, I
also,
mean, like,
obviously, the
yeah.
gigantic phone
Well, yeah, I
gets
know, right?
gets some looks, right?
Oh my
It's
gosh.
not quite that big, but I have in mind a comedy sketch. But it's
Oh my god.
it's notable, right? You're on a
I remember what my 1996 phone looked like. It's like it was solid.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
a
we have probably
complete
have a
brick.
Nokias. There were Nokias,
Yeah,
Yeah,
solid
Nokia's.
Nokias, so we
Right.
got a solid
They were,
Nokia.
yeah,
with
they
a
were,
battery life that lasted a week,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But granted, you could probably drop those things and like it would still work. And if you needed to, you could crack somebody over the head with it if you really needed to. Just saying. So,
Um, so um, yeah. So yeah, Bradley, says, I don't know. Yeah, Abad, are you there?
yes,
This isn't
yes.
going to be too gruesome for you, is it?
No, no, I'm okay.
I'll just give you the cliff notes then. So yeah, yeah. Um, so the abdominal cuts made with a serrated hunting knife. The eyes were removed by the same weapon. Um, Stomach contents: partially digested burger, fries, and Coca-Cola. Um, Here's where things take a turn. The toxicology report is a high dosage of horse tranquilizer.
High, like she
So,
whispers this high dosage of horse tranquilizer. I
so
mean,
I would say,
obviously,
when the victim died, he would not have been aware of anything.
was already unconscious by the time that.
Definitely, definitely. And our time of death, it's I'm estimating between 9 and midnight, the night of Monday, 4th of November. So that's yesterday. That's like less than 24 hours, or about 24 hours.
About 24 hours ago. Okay. All right. Good to know. Thank you, Dr. Bradley. Horse tranquilizer is not readily available everywhere. Where would
Um,
where would this person have been able to get this?
I mean, vet, wildlife, maybe national park, if at a stretch. But I'd go with a vet first off,
Okay.
and maybe a farming vet. Horse tranquilizer after all.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. We'll definitely look into it. Maybe what's nearby. Thank you. I'll relay the results to um DaCosta. Thank you.
What else is notable that you wouldn't have missed it? You mightn't have seen at the scene. Hands tied behind their back with strong fishing line. Uh, she gives you a poundage in case that's useful. Um, I think that's about it.
We'd had that fishing suggestion before, the vision I'd had on that.
The feather from the lure, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that.
yeah. But that was stuff that was in a God, why can't I remember the
In
victim's
his
name?
house, yeah.
Yeah, in his house. I mean, unless that was something that was borrowed by the killer. So
Maybe they fish together.
maybe this. Yeah.
A boat shed would be a good place to do some damage.
Yep. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks and good luck about it. If you have any follow-on questions, I mean, uh, page me tomorrow.
Um, do you happen to know where Will Butler is? We tried paging him earlier, and he hasn't gotten back to us yet.
No, I haven't been in contact, but I'm sure you'll get a call back.
Okay. Thanks. And she signs off. All right. Let's go.
Uh, yeah, and I think as soon as you like hang up on that call, you get a call from Butler, right?
And Butler. Okay. And she gives the phone back to you.
Will,
Acosta, what's going on?
here's the situation. Here's the area that Natalie and I are in. We have reason to believe that the killer was recently in this area hunting a victim. We've got some other information on possible victims. Uh, uh, I don't know if you can task anyone from Oroboro to be monitoring police channels or if you can send anybody else out here to help us check the area out to see if we can spot anything untoward. Uh,
It's
uh,
a pretty wide net if looking for something untoward. Let me see if I can rustle up a few.
okay. We're gonna search around. We have a couple of possible names. We're gonna check out like mailboxes and such and see what we can see.
Okay.
Okay.
Anything else? I mean, if you have a strong lead in that area, we could get some uniforms.
As soon as we have a strong lead, we'll call you. I'll text you back on your pager with what we have. Um, this guy's gonna kill again.
Okay. Okay. Keep me posted. Okay, thanks. Good work.
Hmm. Let's peruse the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's take our first break, I think.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Um, yeah, I guess you're getting looks and whatever else from people who are like wondering who this strange pair are, and um, I guess you've had these two phone conversations that seem, yeah, out of character with what's usually going on campus. Not that anyone is eavesdropping, but you know. Maybe what I need to do is remind you of a detail that might have, I don't know, skipped a bail. You do have from the Logan house two phone numbers associated with. You have a phone number associated with Leah, right? That was
Oh,
on the
that's right.
post-it.
Oh, let's see. Yes, Nick and Nick for phone number for Nick and Leah.
Yeah.
Yep.
If I can rewind, then I will ask Will, can they do a reverse phone lookup for us?
Yeah, I think that sounds fair. I'm not sure how long that will take. Probably it will go at the speed of plot if it's after hours at the phone company, right? But maybe he can pull a few
Well, actually, I
strings.
will
Right?
say at this point, that is one of the few things you can look up on the internet.
Okay.
is they do one of the early things they did is digitizing those phone books uh, to be able to do that.
Okay.
Till they
Um,
realized they could sell it for ad revenue, and then you could never get the exact address when you tried to do a reverse lookup.
Oh boy.
and even though it's, I guess, um, student accommodation, the people on the bill will change very frequently, but at least you get an address, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So he'll get on that. He'll, send the details back to you when he drums that up. Do you want to call the number, I guess?
I look at Natalie and see what Natalie says, holding the phone, holding the like a slip with the paper on it. Like,
I mean, she kind of mouths to you. Do you want to call the phone numbers directly?
I think if we don't call and it turns out we didn't warn them, we're going to feel not great about that.
Right.
I think I want you to call, though. I think it maybe slightly takes down the alert level if it's not a man calling.
True. Okay.
I'll
I can do
hand
that.
you the phone.
All right. So, yeah, I mean, um, Natalie calls Nick and Leia to warn them. Okay. Yeah. So, I think she's going to call Leia first, woman to woman, just to be like, oh no, God. Uh, you know.
Yeah. So, it rings for a while, and then someone picks up. Hey,
Hey, is this Leia?
no, no. This is Amy. You looking for Leah?
Yes. Just, I need to give her a message.
All right. Well, do you want me to take the message?
It's gonna be an odd one. Just to be aware of somebody that's looking out for her and might do her some bad.
I'll write down our phone number
Yeah.
and I'll show it to her like,
Can you
call this.
can you call? Can you have her call my number here? And
Okay, you're right. That is weird.
yeah, sorry. I mean, if I tried to tell you the whole story, you wouldn't believe me. So I'd rather just try to speak with her myself. But
Okay.
here's my phone number. So if you can have her call us back, that'd be great.
Sure thing.
Thanks, Amy. And yeah. And for funsies, she's gonna try calling Nick.
So yeah, I think this one gets picked up pretty much straight away. Hello?
Hello? Is
It's
this Nick?
a woman's voice. She sounds tired and a little bit worried.
Oh boy. Hello. I'm trying to find Nick.
Who are you?
Someone who is looking into a disappearance.
Is Nick okay?
We're not sure.
He's disappeared?
This is the only contact that I have for him, and I'm worried that he might have.
He might have
Disappeared.
disappeared?
And someone might be after him.
Uh, I haven't seen him all day.
When was the last time you saw him?
Uh, he went out Monday night.
Does he does he normally go out on Monday night? Like, was he doing the normal things? Is what I'm asking.
He went out to meet some friends. I'm always telling him he needs to make more friends.
Okay. If he comes back, can you have him call me as soon as possible? My name's Natalie, and I'm at this number. And she rattles off the number. Um, just want to make sure that he's okay. And, when he comes in, just let him know that, there might be someone that's intending harm to him, and we just want to make sure that he's okay.
Okay, I'll tell him.
Who am I speaking with?
Betty,
Betty? Hi,
I'm
Betty.
Nick's wife.
I'm so sorry. I don't mean to worry you. I just found out about Nick's possible involvement today. So, yeah, just wanted to give a heads up. I will try this number again if I have any more information. Okay? But give me a call if he comes back, or you have any more information about where he is. All right?
Okay.
Are you going to be okay?
Uh, uh, sure.
Okay. And then, Natalie will slowly hang up, and it's like she just looks at Michael and goes, I don't think I handled these very well.
Let's move around, see if we can
Hmm.
find anything.
Right.
Um, yeah. So I mean, I think
And she lets like Michael know that was like obviously Nick's wife, um, and now wondering whether where we're at might be more likely that it's Leia's, like where Leia lives,
Well,
because
yeah. We'll wait for the reverse address, but let's
hmm
see if we see any names that we recognize from the lists
sure,
on any of the things.
right,
Uh, but like from where we were, where our car parked, he was watching a building in
yeah,
this area. So let's check here first.
sure,
um, yeah, and I think like your nameplates or your at least I guess family names on the nameplates, which you might expect in a normal neighborhood, are not well maintained in
mm,
Studentville, right?
right,
Um,
especially with turnover.
yeah, exactly, exactly. But I think you're nosing around one, and maybe there are these kind of apartment block style mailboxes that you can like I don't know, peer in to see if you can see any names on the envelopes or whatever. When you get an address for the phone number, which you know let's be ultra coincidental. It happens to be the one you're looking at right now, right?
Oh shit. Coinky dink. All right, great.
Yeah. So it's like, um, yeah, it's like the bottom um, of this duplex. Um, um, it doesn't have a name on the doorbell or on the mailbox. You can ring the doorbell, right?
hmm
Um, is that what you're gonna do, or do you want to?
Now this is what we think is Leah's apartment based on the
Yes,
phone
yeah,
numbers?
yeah,
So we know there's a woman home here.
yeah. In fact, like when you spoke to Amy, I'm not sure if she like said Leah was around. there was like I could go get her. I could just take a message. I don't, there was it was pretty ambiguous.
Hmm.
But there's definitely, based on that phone conversation, someone here.
Yeah.
Okay. How about I take lead on this one and I'll
Okay.
play a little more bad cop
Okay.
on this. And we've got pictures of the victim in a non-victim state, and the some other pictures. So let's see, because maybe her housemate, roommate, partner uh, will recognize that, and maybe we'll see if Leah's around in the area.
Right.
I'll pull
Right.
out our Oroboro.
And
Uh,
just
it's a identification and ring the bell.
right.
Um, yeah, so someone answers. Uh, it looks like a graduate student, master's-ish, maybe, um, you know, mid 20s, um, uh, holding, I don't know, a glass of beer, and like maybe she's expecting someone else. It's like, oh, uh, how can I help you?
And I'll hold up my badge, and I will say, uh, "My name is Dr. De Acosta. I am a consultant working with the Seattle Police Department, with the Oroboro Agency, and this is my associate, uh, Miss Abad. We are looking for Leah.
Did you just leave a weird message with us? Someone just left a weird message with us. They said
She.
someone was they and she like
I
she
say,
is. You can
I
see
hold up my hand.
the cogs turning.
We have reason to believe that Leah is in immediate physical danger.
I'm gonna close the door. I'm gonna call the police.
You should absolutely do that. In fact, and I'll start calling the police on my phone. I'll call them right now. Now, is Leah, when was the last time you saw her? Where is she at?
Uh, like 5 minutes ago, she's studying.
Okay. Do you recognize, and I'll hold up a picture of the victim. Do you recognize this person?
Nope.
Okay. Would you please ask Leah to come out? Certainly, you can close the door to come out and speak with us. And I'm calling the police right now.
Okay. And again, she's not sure how to react.
If you have any questions, please tell her that we are investigating the homicide of, and I give the victim's name.
Okay. James Locan.
We're
Yeah.
just so incredibly like lame. It's like, what's his name? Sorry.
Well, let's assume the characters remember, right?
Yeah.
That is my.
Right.
So yeah, she kind of hesitantly closes the door, and you hear the chain go on, and then the door gets opened in like 2 minutes.
Okay.
And the girl from the Polaroid, fully dressed, is there. This is Leah. Uh, James is dead. So
Yes.
James is dead.
wow. I I just had a burger with him last night.
We believe that shortly after that, based on the autopsy, he was killed. We need to come in and speak with you to try and understand the situation.
Okay. Yeah.
Would you like us to wait until a detective arrives, or would you like to speak to us before the police arrive and put this on the record? And I'll hold
Uh,
up the Polaroid of her.
yeah, let's do that now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But she does take the card, and Well, that is very swanky. Um,
Let's go in and sit down and talk.
okay. Amy, get lost. Amy, I don't know, goes upstairs
Okay.
to the other house in this duplex. Um, uh, okay. Uh, okay.
We'll sit her down. We'll do the so we sit so that she can only look at one of us at a time. Like she has to like physically, okay. And I will say, here is what we know. And I describe the time window that we believe that he was murdered. We'll describe the circumstances of that murder, both the horse tranquilizers and the killing. And we will also say who we think did the killing. And when I say that name is when I watch, I want Natalie to be kind of like a hawk and I can't remember his name either. Oh God. Uh,
So
the,
Natalie's when Natalie communed with James's ghost,
Hmm.
he said he thought it must have been Nick.
okay.
Yeah.
We are looking for Nick right now.
Okay. So um, I guess Natalie, you want to the technical term, I guess, is herald, right? Or do you want to engage in some other way when you're kind of reading her? What are you looking for?
Ooh, oh wait, because it's like if I no. Um. Oh shit. I don't think.
How about I roll interview to start,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then we can play from there.
Yeah, you
It's
can.
not a great thing, but because it is based on will.
Hmm.
But let me try that.
Well, I think they're not. So they are. Well, they're certainly not like aggressive or closed off. Like they might be
Okay.
hiding something, but I don't think you need to roll.
Okay.
Um, I think like based on how she is so far, she is like not
Basically,
likely to be hiding a lot of stuff from you.
the
Right?
most
She's
important
shocked.
thing is does she recognize Nick's name?
Yeah, definitely. Nick had burgers with us.
So
Like,
you. So you know who Nick is then.
I mean, I guess.
Why don't
So,
you give us the rundown of your relationship with Nick, of your relationship with the victim, what happened yesterday?
so I'm active on a good. So I'm studying um, a master's degree in folklore and the occult. Um, uh, and yes, I'm sure I can get a job out of that. Uh, um, I'm pretty active on Usenet on all these like conspiracy, occult subgroups. It's surprising what you dig up there. Um, so I met I met James first there. We I'd met James a couple of times uh, for drinks and 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 then we met this guy Nick. Um, Nick always struck me as like a real weirdo. Um,
When you say weirdo, um, and and I'm saying in the framework of studying folklore and occult, how weird is weird for that.
Uh, like, I mean, we would, I mean, you might say something like a true believer, right?
Hmm.
Like, he seemed captured by the kind of state of mind of the kind of origins of these myths. Like, someone said this, they really believed it, therefore it must be true. In a way, like a real hodgepodge of belief systems, I would say. Like, he, um, there's a prophecy about like an earthquake destroying a maritime city, and he was sure it was going to be Seattle. And then he said, well, all of these important rituals are fueled by blood sacrifice.
How did he seem when he mentioned this? Did he seem thoughtful, excited? Um,
Yes.
Mhm.
all of the above.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of, like, it wasn't academic, it wasn't even theoretical. It was like, I have an instruction manual from God knows where, and I'm going to follow it.
So fanatic.
He said, like, he kind of joked, hey, it'd be cool if we were the only two survivors. Like, that that is what I mean by fucking, he creeped me out. Like, I left at that stage.
That was last night.
Yeah, yeah.
And I kind of avoid the whole subject of the more intimate relationship there. I will say uh, we have reason to believe that, well, first, besides the other two, besides the three of you in that, was there anyone else present at that meeting or anyone else that you know of that's involved in the circle of things?
There was just the three of us.
Okay.
I mean, use that as like a research tool for me, but I know James was really active on that stuff. Like, he was kind of, I don't know how he kept the job in like public school system with the amount of time he spent on Usenet.
We'll need to get the like credentials and handles that you are aware of that they used. Um, we have reason to believe that Nick intends harm to you.
Oh, he's really doing it?
We believe that he's the one that killed James, most assuredly. That
Fuck.
He
yeah,
might have started with these rituals that you said.
with your permission, I'm going to call the detective who's in charge of James's case. I'm going to explain that we have reason to believe that you are also a potential target for the killer and get some police protection for you and your housemate. Are you okay with that?
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
He he was referencing, like, I don't know how useful this is. His second name is Swinding. It's an
Okay.
unusual name.
That is unusual.
He tried to make some wildly mistaken etymological route to, I don't know, magic in the old country. Um, Horseshit, obviously, but you know.
Uh, I will kind of step away so that Natalie can play a little more good cop if they she wants or whatever. And I will go and I will now call the detective that we know has been assigned to the case and explain in less psychic details that we've traced it back and blah 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 blah.
I
Okay.
think as Michael gets up and, makes his calls and such, I think Natalie will lean forward and say very sheepishly, "I'm so sorry I gave such a garbled message to your roommate. She probably didn't even give you the message. I was trying to warn you because I wasn't sure who was doing this or why. But now we have a unfortunately better picture, and I am very worried. Um, I'm very worried for your safety, and for your roommates as well."
Yeah. I mean, I don't think. I mean, he knows I come to college here, but I don't think he knows where I live.
Well, I mean, if
I mean, he
you,
has my number, I guess. I didn't give him
but
my address.
but if he's as active on the internet as you say, he might be able to figure it out, you know. And
I'm not like refusing police protection, like, but okay.
you don't happen to know, since you know his last name, you don't happen to know what he does for work or where he's, I don't know, where he lives or anything like that? He's evidently
Um,
local.
I think he's like an accountant or something like that. Again, he loves a good joke about accounting, like holding people to account, wiping the ledger, all like, I don't know. It was like, dude, um, I guess jokes for accountants don't land with anyone else. Um, he, I think he's local, like he's from Seattle, like originally. Uh,
And would you all normally meet at Carter's Burgers, I guess? That's where.
this was like the only time we really met, the three of us.
Okay. And out of character, like how far is Carter's Burgers from like this area and James Logan's house? Like is it like
Uh,
triangulated nearby or is it just like a regular hangout for people?
it's um, it's kind of halfway between here
Mm,
and uh, the Locan house, but no idea where it is in relation to where he might live. Um, Actually, has no idea where his home is. Though,
got it.
if you again the number you called,
Right.
maybe you can have also mentioned this to Butler as something you want to trace on.
Yeah. Well, I think we did. We mentioned that we wanted to find out where, um, like to trace on Nick's number as well.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah. But
Yeah, and I think we definitely, when I call the detective, I do give Nick's name,
yeah,
number,
Swinding.
like,
Yeah,
yeah, like he's a person of interest in this.
for sure.
Uh, we believe he's traveling around in his vehicle. Blah blah blah.
And I think Natalie will like again like talk with Leia and say it's like Dr. Diacosta will make sure that he gets to the proper authorities and gets that police protection for you both. Um, is there anything else that you can think of that can help us find Nick? I mean, if
Um,
even if he's, although it's not looking good, even if he's not the one that did this, that did this to James.
Yeah, I wonder if maybe some interview or
Yeah,
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 interview might seem like a good call to like tease out from her
sure.
something she hasn't thought of yet.
Okay.
Um,
And, how do I roll against general skill? Just under?
yeah, just under with D20. So
Oh, this should be
your
bad.
your current state of mind ain't great, but
No, it's not.
you
Oh
know
God.
you're tired and stressed, right?
I'm tired and stressed out. I want to hug my cat, okay?
Uh,
I want to hug my cat. I want to hug my cat. No, I really want to hug my cat right now. Shit. 19. Oh, damn.
So this is costing you three from your will.
Oh, Lord.
And yeah, it's
That's
like,
bad.
listen, lady, I don't know anything. I barely know this asshole, right?
Okay. All right.
And now you're telling me he's going to murder me?
We
Like,
suspect.
okay, just get the fucking cops here,
yeah.
ASAP.
We're not going to leave. We're not going to leave until they get here, okay?
Okay. Um, I am going to suggest a quick break
Mm,
now, and then we
okay.
all do like our nighttime until next morning.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Sounds good.
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
Start. Okay. So, um, so yeah, I guess you got a few uniforms over to the house uh, to keep an eye on Leah and housemates. We're now at nighttime, right?
Yeah.
Um, so the question is, do
I
you
go
think you
home.
wanna go home? Yeah, go home, or keep burning the midnight oil.
Uh,
Um,
I think well, I'm a little shook. I could tell that Natalie is perhaps more shook than I am. And I say, "Oh, drive you back to your car? Do you want me to follow you back to your house? Are you going to be okay?"
If you don't mind, can
Okay.
you just
Yeah.
follow me back? That would be
Yeah.
great.
Then we'll do that. We inform Will about what we've done, check, confirm, and we'll make sure that both of us get back to our respective households.
yeah. So let's just remind ourselves what happens when we kind of take time to reflect. Um, if you want to rest in your haven, you recover D6, D8 mind, which I don't think is an issue for anyone.
No.
Nope.
If you spend time with your connection, it's D8 will back.
I,
Okay.
I do think I call Marta to chat with her, to apologize for cutting her off so earlier, to thank her for like her lead was exceptional. We were able to track down someone who we think might have been in danger. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, I
Uh,
mean, I think it'd be interesting to see. Do you think maybe she calls over to the cottage? What do you think? Uh,
no, I think I do probably call her at her house.
okay,
Uh, you know, if her husband is around at a certain point, get put on speakerphone, and try not to be so obvious about like ditching out of the call after that. But
yeah,
doing my level best. I think on camera, I'm talking to her, but I do not look relaxed. Like, it is good. I'm glad. This is a healthy thing. This is a person who means something to me. Uh, and I have been avoiding them. So I am trying to make sure, I'm thinking back on what my therapist has told me, and and I think that I will go through that, and at the end, after I hang up, it's me pulling out all of these bottles of pills that I have to take and very carefully measuring them out and pulling out the scotch, which I shouldn't be drinking them down with, but probably pouring the scotch, stopping after just a little bit, and then filling the rest with water, and and taking the pills, and trying not to flash back to what I saw today.
Yeah. So why don't you roll a d8 and maybe we can define how relaxing this really is for Michael based on your roll.
Ooh,
Oh, there
8.
you go.
So
Um,
that'll take me
there,
back up to my high level of 8.
yeah. Now there is another rule when you are reflecting, you get to roll 2d6, and you get a special prize if you roll a 2. Um, so resting helps calm and refocus your senses, occasionally opening you up to new perspectives.
Okay, well, roll 2d6.
And look for snake eyes.
No.
Quite. Another 8 though. How do you think we like? How does Michael like de-stress? Is it just the pills and the booze and hits the bed, or does he have something else that he does?
I think he has one of those. Remember when this was the big thing when you had one of those satellite dishes on the house? Like he has spent the money to have the dish network installed for cable. So he has like the 370 channels, which was so many at that time. And he's he's gotten this since the since what happened. And I actually imagine maybe he has a couple of TVs, uh, like, and and a couple different remotes, and is watching several channels at the same time of like true crime specials and history channels and all that kind of stuff, and like that's watching spurious documentaries. This is who the Zodiac Killer was, and I'm like, that isn't who the Zodiac Killer was. What are you thinking? And that kind of thing there.
So yeah, I don't know. Do we see him like fall asleep
Oh,
in the
absolutely.
armchair?
On the
Then
lazy
yeah,
boy, he's
yeah,
back.
yeah.
You know, just absolutely out.
Okay, super.
This is my parents' lazy boy. The whole house looks like it belongs to an old man, and unfortunately, he's growing into this house, I think.
Too serious. Okay. Okay. Anything else you want to add to that, or you
No,
happy?
no,
Okay.
I think that there is that bit when he wakes up and he realizes that he's pulled a blanket across his legs, and he throws that off because that's like too old man for his taste. Like, oh, what are we doing?
Uh, Brilliant. Okay. Maz, how about Natalie? What do we see?
I think as she like walks in the door, I think, she's thinking about everything that she's seen, like between like the real life stuff, like the pictures and then the information and the actual visions that she uh, received talking to James, as well as, the big portent of the doom, with the bell, and then of course that wackadoodle one that just scared the wingus out of her, with the hood over her head and then the knife across her eyes, and she starts to cry, like not big and loud, just like the tears start falling down her face with the enormity of it, and Toodles just like kind of like starts padding towards her, and he's a big cat. It's like a Norwegian forest is like a big ball of fluff, and like like probably as big as a like a medium sized dog at this point. I mean, and then he looks at her with like these really intelligent looking eyes, and just kind of like will pad up to her, and then do that low meow, like, questioning. And she leans and crouches down to him and then will give him a hug. It's like, Toodles, it was a hell of a day. And she'll go and feed him and, do the usual things that she does to, like, wind down and such. Like, get into pajamas, like, give him, like, make sure that he's fed and make sure that his litter box is cleaned and all this other stuff. And then she'll settle down on her sitting room floor, like where there's it's not a shag rug. It's more of like the hell. They're kind of like spiral, but they're knitted, but they're like ropey. I can't describe how it is, but I mean, like it's just like it's made of different colored rope, like something. And it's like very sturdy, but it's very comfortable because it's well used. All right. And she settles down on that, and she gets in the middle of it, and almost as if it's like a usual ritual for themselves, Toodles will come and drape himself across her lap, and he'll start to purr, and she will slowly, like, draw her hand from his head down to his tail, and start to pet him very rhythmically, and she kind of like starts to close her eyes as she just kind of like gets into that mode of like giving him like petting and scritches and everything like that. So he's happy. She's gonna get into a meditative mode and like kind of try and relax and not think of anything, including what happened for today, because this is her time. We're hoping. So, yeah.
So yeah, roll a d8 and see how much will you get back.
It's relaxing, yeah. So, 6. Okay,
Okay,
so
it's pretty good.
yeah. So let's see. Get back to 11. Goes up to 11.
Yeah. You want to roll 2d6 and see if do you have a miraculous flash of insight.
Okay. Let's see. No.
Closer.
Hmm.
So do you think it's almost bizarrely in parallel or mirroring how we saw Michael fall asleep? You're on this, a cat instead of a blanket.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think what ends up happening is like as like Michael wakes up in his lazy boy and like sees the blanket draped over his legs. I mean, I think she has actually like kind of like drawn into like a sleeping on her side on the rug, and she has part of Toodles draped over her hip and her legs. And then the other part is like, he's stretched out, so he's licking her face or her arm, like whatever's nearest, right? And then, like, she's kind of like, slowly opening her eyes and realizing that she's looking into Toodles' face and just, thanks. Thanks, man.
Time for breakfast, right?
For
Feed me,
breakfast.
human.
Yeah, exactly. Feed me, human. As cats will do, yes. And she just kind of like, like scratches his head, and he greets her with, like a nice growly purr, but he's very pleased. He's very pleased with her and himself.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, cool. So I wonder if we can like get you back on the road, but I think maybe this time let's see Natalie's car. Do we see Natalie, pick up Michael? Um, and again, let's mirror that because I think maybe what does Michael notice? As the car pulls up or as he sits into the passenger seat.
I,
it's a little
I
hatchback.
yeah, I think there is that thing. If I thought my car was kind of crappy, and I think that your car pulls up, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's a slightly crappier car than mine.
I mean, what is she gonna do, right? I mean, like, she doesn't have to carry like a whole bunch of crap. I mean, like,
Yeah.
So it's a it's
Thank you
very
for driving today.
oh no, you're welcome. I mean, we had a lot going on yesterday. Um, let's hope you had a chance to not think about stuff.
Yeah, how are you doing?
Much better than last night, for sure. My cat helps a
Uh,
lot.
so I think it's Nick's, right? I think that's where we have to go.
Yeah. Um,
Talk to Betty.
yeah. I mean, how are you? How do you want to approach this? I mean,
I think that we approach it as if he's a missing person, that he was last seen in the company of someone who was found killed, and we're worried about his safety. We've already talked to another person who was present there, and we've got them under protection. So we're just trying to find him. That we're afraid that she's gotten mixed up in something and might be in danger. And if she knows anything,
yeah.
we're just here to help.
Yeah.
And if he's there, we call the cops.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, the address you got back from Butler brings you to the Ballard neighborhood, which is kind of in the northwest of the city. Um, the address is a fancy apartment block. It looks like it was used to be some kind of an industrial building, but converted into upscale loft apartments. You know, lots of parking, swanky restaurant on the corner. They live on the first floor.
Guy does pretty well for himself.
This
Yeah.
is not what I would have suspected from what Leia was saying about him. Not at all.
Yeah, we really need to get a picture of this guy. Need to compare, then compare that picture to what person that Leia met, make sure they're the same person.
Right. Uh, yeah.
Is there a building super or a doorman or anything like that?
Like, or do you have to be
Um,
buzzed in? Something like, how swanky is this place?
yeah, I think it's more of a get buzzed in.
Mm.
Like there's no concierge or anyone like that, no doorman, So,
I think
uh,
it's I think it's me that has to hit the speaker or whatever because she's heard my voice at
Right.
least. And yeah, if we have the um
yeah. So, um, you ring the doorbell and it has the intercom, right? So she's gonna speak to you there initially, at least.
yeah.
Um, I guess you catch up to where she like knows that you were talking to her yesterday.
Yes.
Um, I think though maybe she doesn't seem willing to just buzz you up. Like, you know, she makes an excuse that she's busy and she can't talk to you. It's obviously an excuse. She does sound still worried, but I think you're going to need to apply some leverage or some kind of convincing to get her to open up.
Betty, please, it's important. I mean, if he's missing and the last known place where he was seen, one person's already dead and the other one might be also in danger of being hurt or killed. I'm worried about the same thing happening to you and Nick. If you don't want to let us up, then Do you want to meet down here? I mean, just want to make sure that we can try to figure out where we can find him. We are working with the police. We're welcome to call the police with you present to make sure that you know that if we have to, we can get them to give you police protection right away. If Nick's still missing.
Okay. So let's make a will roll to you know open her up a little bit more to your line.
Okay. Is this just a will save or what is this?
Yeah, just a will save, and
Uh,
I guess depending on whether you succeed or not, you're going to get more information out of her. She might let you up anyway, but
okay. Bring it down one because we're in day.
no, that's only when you're using your special abilities.
Oh, got it, got it, got it. Okay.
Yeah, and for normal skill checks, you're only losing will when you miss the
Fail.
roll.
Okay, got it. Okay. All right. So I don't even know if it's gonna work. Okay. Uh, Gotta convince her that we're gonna be able to try and help her for sure. 5. All right. Pass.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you think there's like a something you say that unlocks her? In terms of maybe the buzz goes and right after you say the magic word.
I think I think when we say or I say that, we're worried about her too. We want to make sure that she's protected as well. You know, if Nick's still missing and we're worried about, her safety because of, one person being already dead and then it's another person being in danger and then they have police protection on them. It's like, we are willing to do that for her and for him, when he comes back and such. So, you know, we're making every effort to make sure that, you know, it, we're on her side. We don't
Yeah,
have to tell her that we're not necessarily on his because we don't know what's going on with him yet.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, she buzzes you up. It's like a really well kept. It's peaky uppy, right? Um,
Yeah.
um, there are like, she brings you into the living room. There's like nicely framed photos. She though looks quite tired and like she has not slept overnight. It looks like she hasn't changed out of her clothes either, right? She looks a bit of a wreck. Um, uh, so she sits you down and she kind of, she makes a pot of tea or whatever. Um, so you can. She leaves to make the pot of tea, right? So
Hmm.
you have plenty of time to look at these photos. There's a couple of them. So you like, based on the couple dynamics, right? You can tell which one is him. He is um, in his 30s, early 30s, maybe white, kind of reddish hair, beard, glasses. Looks like an accountant. You know. Um, there is one photo showing him uh, with a rabbit and a large hunting knife, which you would uh, you would bet money that this is the murder weapon.
It's serrated, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Any of him
And
fishing?
yeah, yeah. So there's one of them at a fishing cabin, maybe one with him holding up a trout. £4 or £5 or one that would have you would have been happy to have a photo taken with, right?
Yeah.
Oh, oh no. Wait. And then she looks at the she looks at the trout fishing one and recalls something from like a distant cousin or something like that who also maybe fished. This is how the way the way James was found. It's kind of like the cut you make when you are trying to do, I can't remember the exact term, like debone or gut a fish
Get a
to get to the
fish.
center and then you pull stuff out.
Field dress is the other term.
Right. I mean, she's not making this very like loud
Right.
or anything. Like she's making like very much under her breath, so only you can hear it, just in case um, Betty comes back into the room.
We need to see if we'll ask her as gently as we can about other locations if they have a cabin.
Yeah, this fishing cabin.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like we're on a different floor. Yeah, I mean, like it wouldn't be like there would be a basement here or anything like
Right.
that.
No.
No,
And
there's. I mean, it's just a one floor
yeah,
loft apartment.
yeah,
Maybe the ceilings are really high, but there's no sense that there's like a
no,
actual other
right,
floor in this place.
yeah.
We'll get the
If he,
Um,
Institute to pull property records.
ooh, nice.
so yeah, she comes back in with the pot and pours waits for it to draw and pours you and you think Nick might be in trouble?
We don't know. We understand that you said that he had gone out with friends and you hadn't seen him since last night, and
No, Monday night.
but
It's Wednesday now. Never.
He hasn't called you since Monday.
No.
I'll hold a non-dead picture of our victim, Lewis. Kind of slide that over her. Do you recognize this person?
And she looks, and you know, there's no flicker of recognition before she shakes her head. Is is that who we think took Nick?
So Nick had a meal with this gentleman and another person on Monday night. It's the last time we were able to track movements for this person or for Nick. Uh, and this person was killed not long after. The other person who was at the meal left. We've been able to track them down. So we're trying to find if something happened, if perhaps uh, this person, Lewis and Nick, were attacked or something. We're trying to find out anything we can about what occurred.
Um,
Would you say that your husband had any hobbies or special interests or anything like that that we should be aware of?
um, he he works quite a lot. I mean, I don't know,
I
you know
understand he's
what.
an accountant.
Yeah, I mean, especially end of the tax year, he's really busy. Obviously, that's not now, but soon he'll be really busy. Um, and she kind of like she it's pretty open plan, right? So she's looking over towards a room, and
Yeah,
she's about to say
it's
something.
it seems that he met these people online. These are friends that he had made online in something called Usenet. Is that something that's does I know that that's more popular now. People on CompuServe and AOL and such. Is that something that he like? would not surprise you that he would have met people, made friends through this?
I don't know anything about that. I don't use a computer.
Could we see his office briefly?
Yeah, yeah.
That'll
Uh,
help us get a sense so that we can, make the best plan for tracking your husband down, finding him and
sure.
getting him back to you safe.
It's going to be pretty messy. Like I don't clean in there because he doesn't like me to move his stuff around.
Oh, I perfectly understand that.
So yeah, like there's a room I guess which might otherwise be a guest bedroom. There's no bed in there. It's just a desk, a big computer.
I will want to try and do this. I want to try and get so that Natalie can go in there first to get her psychic impression while I hold the wife off for a second
Mhm.
to give Natalie some space. And basically, as she shows, go to, oh, I saw over here some fishing photos. Can I ask you about those? And I'll kind of draw her over there to ask about the cabin and the fishing and so on.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, like, from a quick look in the office, is there anything amongst the mess or papers or even computer or something like that Natalie could touch to possibly use Harold to its best extent?
Yeah. So actually, like in this section, there is like um an actual office, and then there's like the guest bedroom that is like more of a storage space. And you kind of send. I guess your impression is that both of them are Nick's domain, right? So when you go into the office, there's towers of bookshelves stacked and overflowing, books and papers scattered everywhere. There's like a clear path along the cluttered floor to the desk. Again, notebooks piled high, torn papers, lots of scribbled out stuff, bunched up paper. Very kind of messy.
Do I
Um,
recognize anything that looks like, remotely occult?
um, so I guess yeah, you like, there's notebooks, and I think probably an open page, you can see like strange symbols, erratic handwriting, like they're the word blood is popping out because it's been like written over multiple times in different color ink. Um, so yeah, yeah. um, lots of crazy stuff here.
Yeah. I mean, if he's even like, written down any kind of like, weird, like actual references, which he probably hasn't like, done a lot, she just kind of like shakes her head and says, "Oh, the worst kind of amateur."
Hmm.
But she'll look at the maybe some of the notebooks or the notes that seem to have the most proliferation of blood and the symbols and writings on it and stuff, and then she'll kind of like hold them in her hands before
Hmm.
she calls upon Harold.
Okay. Let's see. Um, so again, you're gonna spend it's back to morning, right? So back to dawn.
Yes.
So you're gonna spend one to
Okay.
power it, and then let's make a roll.
Alrighty. Oh man, this guy's wackadoodle. Gotta find out where the hell or what the hell he is now. At 10, what does that mean? If it's at
That's a hit.
match.
That's a hit. Yeah,
Okay,
I
good.
think.
Okay, good.
Um, I don't know. Thousands of Roll Under fans are screaming at me right now.
Yes, yes, yes.
Actually, I think you'll find, you know.
That's how you break the
So,
OSR right there.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It counts.
I, I think um, And maybe like when we see it on screen, it's going to be strange. Like you're leafing through notebooks and picking random ones, and you're kind of on autopilot.
Yeah.
And like um, when we see you next, you have like three notebooks open, and like on the first one is one the digit written and again transcribed over and over and over again
Hmm.
and circled, and the second one has two, and it's even stronger. I think here like the pen has gone through the page, um and then like you just see something referencing the cabin. You hear the waves of the soft waves on the shore, and you hear everything go quiet, like when nature knows an earthquake is coming. And the next word like you pick out is cabin. Again underlined till the paper gives out.
Right. Two. Circle until the pen goes through the page, and then cabin. Okay.
Let's go back to the living room.
Yeah.
Uh, so,
Ask
Michael, you're like asking Betty about, hobbies, or what about the fishing and that kind of stuff. Um, oh yeah, he always goes out to this cabin. It's been in the family for generations, he said.
Yeah, my parents gave me their cabin. I love that. It's great. You've been out there much?
Yeah, yeah, we mostly, summer days or weekends, when things aren't so busy. I just like to, sit in a deck chair by the shore.
Yeah, absolutely. Uh, how has your husband been recently? Like, has he seemed like there have been problems? There have been issues? Has he been worried about something?
Oh,
Upset? Anything like that we should know about?
yeah, he's been getting migraines more and more these past few months.
Okay.
I keep telling him to go to the doctor, but he just gets I don't know.
There's some people who really don't want to face up to those kinds of things. They're really debilitating. They don't want to acknowledge that. I understand. It's hard.
I mean, I tried. I made an appointment for him with the doctor, and he didn't go. I I think there's I'll be honest. I think men just have a problem uh, opening up to doctors.
Yeah, yes, yes, I don't feel seen at all. Yeah, that seems yeah. Um, I kind of I want to like if I can get the vibe from Natalie that she's kind of gotten some important details there.
Yeah, I mean, if you can see her through the door, it's like you can see her clutching the notes, and then like like her eyes meet yours, like when she comes out of whatever fugue she's in, and then she kind of like gives you an imperceptible nod.
Beyond the issue with the migraines, has there been any other changes in your husband's behavior over the last 6 months to a year? I ask this because the bulletin boards that he met these people on were, I don't know how to put this, very speculative, very conspiracy theory. I want to know if that was something he has a hobby, as an interest, something he took seriously. Because I
Um,
know that these are the kinds of communities where there can be bad actors, and I'm worried that maybe he got mixed up with them through that way.
no, I mean that doesn't sound familiar at all. Like, I mean, I worry about him because, like I said, he doesn't have many friends, and he said he had met some people, and I really encouraged him to go out.
Hmm.
Was that a mistake?
No, no, I don't think that's a mistake at all.
But if they're like influencing him, do you think his friends have put ideas in his head?
What kind of ideas do you think that might be? I mean, if I mean, you've spoken to him, in the last few weeks.
Yeah, yeah, but like
Was there anything that you think someone might have been suggesting to him or pushing him on?
I don't know. I mean, this is. I thought he just had migraines. I didn't realize there was this stuff going on the computer. Or
Where is his computer?
oh, it should be on his desk.
I look at Natalie. Was the computer there?
Is his computer on the desk? I didn't. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah. It's
okay,
it's
yeah.
not turned on or anything.
I
But
say, I say, so Betty, what I'm going to do is we're going to call uh, uh, a lab tech uh, with your permission to see if they can pull up anything that might give us communications that he's had with a third party that might give us a hint about where he might have been taken.
okay,
Great, great, excellent. And then I will do that right away. Like
yeah.
I'm and I say to Natalie, okay, let's wait here till they get lab techs in to get this computer seized. But I think
Should we?
unfortunately you and I both know where we need to go from here.
Yeah. Should we make sure that we have Should we call the police to make sure that Betty's protected?
Yeah, that seems
Yeah.
reasonable.
Yeah. Just in
Okay.
If,
case.
especially if, given what we know, he is having some kind of aphasia or something that is suggesting that people that he once trusted are no longer to be trusted, it seems to me that 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 makes her a potential victim.
Exactly.
Betty, is nobody else you could think of that would be someone that Nick considered a friend or would rely on or anything like that that we should talk to?
I don't think so. I mean,
Okay.
I'll be honest, like everyone at work he calls a moron. He's always cleaning up after their messes.
Sounds like a studious and serious guy.
I mean, if he, the storage will have some of his, old work and old hobbies and stuff like that. I mean,
That would really help. Where's the storage at?
oh, just next door to the office.
Great. We're going to go take a look there. We've called for some people to help investigate this and to make sure that you're secure and all of that.
Oh, I'm not in danger. Nick would never hurt me.
Oh no, no. If someone has caused harm to him, we don't
Oh,
want, like, or is looking for him and we're to come here looking for him and want to cause harm, we want to make sure that you're safe.
that makes sense. Yeah. Thank you.
We'll go check the storage.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Let's
Yeah.
just set the scene, and I think then maybe you will
Yeah. Yeah.
wrap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
So we
gosh.
have dusty boxes, typical document boxes. and a very odd assortment of stuff that's just been thrown in here, like real junk, like old patio furniture, what have you. Um, on one of the backs of one of those chairs, there is an empty leather sheath, like for a knife. Um, if you go closer, if you turn on the light, you're going to see there's faint smears of blood on it.
Okay, we're gonna stop.
Not touch it.
I think Michael might have a vision here.
Okay,
Unless you want to,
now let's
pump the
take it.
brakes.
Because hey,
So
it's only morning.
Well, and it's
Sunny
also like,
morning,
we could conceively have a cliffhanger before
Yeah, I
we
like
did.
it.
So let's see what. Oh no, sorry, you're not rolling because you're not trying to avoid it. You're leading into
Right.
it. Um, you um, you see James underneath you. You hear the screams in your head, and you see yourself holding this serrated knife that belongs to that sheath. And you know, after a while, you just don't see anything except this kind of blood splattered vision, this kind of tunnel vision of rage, and then you see a bloody hand kind of smear over your own face.
All right. I think I come down off of that, and I will say, call the CSI, call the computer techs, and
Yeah.
call the cops to sit on this place and to protect Betty because
Yeah.
he's gonna kill again.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, she saw it on your face, as you faded back in from looking at the bloody hand vision for sure. Although, I mean, like, out of character, it's like, didn't the lab reports like say that supposedly James was tranked up enough that he was supposedly not able to feel anything? Why was he screaming in that vision?
That's a question.
So, anyway, okay.
If that was James, maybe another victim we don't know about yet.
Right. God dang it. Okay.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. Yeah. All right. Great. Love this shit. All right. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's stop the recording and we'll do our debrief.